Hello boys and girls, it's Miss Ali from the library and her friend, the little blue dragon. How are you guys today? Why are we here? Well, we're here to tell you a story. But before we can tell you a story, what do we need to get fired up and ready for action? You know what it is? He knows what it is. And I know what it is. So let's rub our hands together. Can we feel it? Can we feel it? Is it there? Is it there? Oh, I can feel it. It's all around me here and it's imagine. Imagine, imagine, imagine a story. Imagine, imagine, imagine a book. Imagine, imagine, imagine a story. Open our eyes and let's have a look. So the story today is called Penguins Can't Fly. Okay. And underneath it says two friends become true friends. So this story, I think it's about penguins, maybe, is by Richard Byrne. So he used his imagination to think up the words of the story. What else do you think he used his imagination for? Very talented. So he thought up the story using this and he made the words, but we've only got his name there, so we can infer that he also drew the pictures. So he is the author and the illustrator. Okay. Now, what else can we see from this book? So he's the author and illustrator. Before the book, somebody can think up a book, but before it becomes a book that I can put in the library on the bookshelves and read to you guys, somebody else is involved. Any ideas what we call that? It's a company, really, because they make the books that I can go to the shop, buy the book and put it in the library, and that is the publisher. So the publisher is the name of a company. It's always kind of a company is the publisher. And this publisher is Anderson Press. So thank you, Richard Byrne, for making up this story. And thank you, Anderson Press, for making the book so I can read it to you guys today. Okay, before I open the book, what else am I going to look at? Can we remember? So there's this writing on the back of the book, and we call that, what do we call it? Call it out. The blurb. That's right. So the blurb, which gives us a little taste about what the story is about, kind of give us a bit more information. So the blurb is Gregory the gull and Hudson the penguin are the best of friends. When Gregory learns to fly, Hudson feels left out. But when Gregory gets into trouble, it's Hudson who comes to his rescue, discovering he also has a wonderful skill. Ooh, I'm quite excited to find out more about this story. So, are you sitting comfortably? And then I will begin. Let's have a look. The penguins can't fly. So there we got the penguin and the gull. Once upon a time, there were two eggs, which hatched into two little birds. One was a gull called Gregory, and the other was a penguin called Hudson. Gregory and Hudson were the best of friends. They did everything together. As time went on, they started to grow and change. But they remained the best of friends. So look, they're skating, they're sledging, they're fishing. Look, that must be a birthday party. Look, we've got each other a hat and a scarf. I wonder what's going to happen. Ooh. One day, Gregory spotted a few young gulls having fun flying over the beach. He flapped his wings and flew off to join them. "Come on, Hudson," he cried. Hudson flapped and flapped his little wings, and what do you think's going to happen? Flop! "What use is a bird who can't fly?" jeered Gregory's new friends. "I can fly," said Hudson crossly. "I'll show them," he thought. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't fly. Oh, look, splash! And the gulls just laughed unkindly. Well, that's not very nice, is it? "Maybe I can't fly after all," sniffed Hudson to himself. "I'm useless." Meanwhile, the gulls were busy showing off to each other. "Watch me dive," squealed Gregory. Hudson and the gulls waited for Gregory to return to the surface. And they waited until, oh, look, Gregory's scarf is there, but where's Gregory? Hudson, sensing that something was wrong, dived into the water and swam down to the seabed. Gregory was tangled in a fisherman's discarded net. Oh no! Oh! Hudson brought Gregory to the surface and pulled him safely onto a rock. Dear. Gregory couldn't thank Hudson enough. The other gulls felt ashamed and agreed that even though Hudson couldn't fly, he was a great friend and a brilliant diver. Especially when it came to catching supper. What have they done with that old fisherman's net? They've caught lots of fish. And with a little help from their friends, look what are the gulls doing? You see, penguins can fly. So what happened there? They worked together, didn't they? So they all became friends. So even though Hudson, the penguin, couldn't fly, he had a skill that was just as amazing as flying. So we all have different talents and different skills, don't we? Okay. Right. Maybe you could draw me a picture of your skills. You might be really good at drawing, or you might be really good at football, or dancing, or knitting. We'd love to find out what kind of skills you have got. So, Little Blue Dragon is saying, please draw me a picture of what your skills are. Maybe you're really good at cooking. What's that? Oh. Do you know what he's just said? He's just said, well, mentioning cooking, he's feeling rather hungry. So it's time for me to go and make the Little Blue Dragon some lunch. So it's goodbye from him and it's goodbye from me. Until next time,